Princess Anne pictured firing a starting pistol during action-packed day in Australia. Princess Anne helped kick off a relay race at Brisbane's Gallipoli Barracks during an action-packed final day on her royal tour to Australia. Princess Anne has concluded her Australian tour with a bang. The Princess Royal, 75, has just wrapped her 4-day tour of Australia, her first visit to the country in over 2 years. On the final day of her tour, the royal helped mark Remembrance Day on the other side of the world with a special hands-on role at a sporting event. On November 11, the royal was at Brisbane's Gallipoli Barracks during the Core Week sports activities. While at the event, the royal helped kick off a relay race by firing the starting pistol. Anne was pictured with the pistol held up in the air as she signaled the race was officially underway. During her action-packed day in Brisbane, the Princess Royal also met members of the Australian Defence Force and laid a wreath at the Gallipoli Barracks during the Remembrance Day service. Anne opted for a neutral hat and matching jacket with a red poppy pinned to the collar for the sombre occasion. The royal is notably the Colonel-in-Chief of the Royal Australian Corps of Signals, a role she has held since 1977. Her recent visit to Australia coincided with the milestone 100th anniversary since the Corps was formed. The Princess Royal travelled to Australia to help mark the anniversary, making stops in Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane to carry out a series of military engagements. The royal, joined by her husband Sir Tim Lawrence, touched down in Sydney on November 8. They were greeted upon arrival by the Governor-General Sam Mostyn and her husband, Simon Beckett. Due to being in Australia, Anne and her husband missed both the Festival of Remembrance and the Remembrance Day service back home. While members of the royal family, including her brother King Charles, Queen Camilla and the Prince and Princess of Wales marked Remembrance Day at home in the UK, Anne's work on the other side of the world was shared via the family's official Instagram account. In remembrance of all Australian and New Zealand soldiers, who lost their lives at war, the royal family shared in a statement with photos of the Princess Royal on her Australian tour. Earlier today, at the Anzac Memorial in Sydney, the Princess Royal laid a wreath and spent time with veterans and serving troops. Anne's recent visit marked her first trip to Australia since February 2023. After wrapping up 4 days in Australia, the royal will next head to Singapore for a 2-day visit on November 12 and 13. Her trip will mark 60 years of diplomatic relations between the United Kingdom and Singapore. Anne's Australia comes just over a year since King Charles III and Queen Camilla visited Australia for a royal tour. Her itinerary includes audiences with the President and with the Prime Minister of Singapore, as well as a visit to the Kranji War Memorial, a visit to the Airbus Asia Training Centre, and Rolls-Royce's Seletar campus.